Alright, I'm in Laurinburg, North Carolina. I've been having a hard time finding any privies, but finally, after 5 hours, I have located a jammed one. Bottles coming out of the ground right there at about 6 inches. Well, I got a decent privy going right over there. It's late 30s and on into the 40s. I just dug up this big one. Fairly common North Carolina bottle, but this is a really early example of it. It's got a pink tint to it. Then I found a pyro glazed Laurinburg milk bottle. Of course the paint is pretty well ruined. I don't know if you can read that. Then I found about 100 marbles. Some pretty nice looking ones too. There's a whole bowl full of them right there. Gotta be at least $100 worth of marbles in this hole. Just dug up a really neat milk bottle. Silver Cup Dairy from Laurinburg. Sounds like a really rare one. Does have some crack in the back and it looks kind of fresh, so I was digging such a late hole I wasn't being so careful, so I might have cracked it. Then I got one of these White Houses. That's no big deal. It might be a $5 bottle. Then I got this kind of White House. I have never found one of these. It says apple butter on the bottom. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be one of the more rare White House items. Well, I just got done creek walking about a quarter of a mile and I just found the most loaded creek I've ever seen. There was literally thousands of bottles scattered along this creek, like there had to be landfills. And it cut right through them. There's an unusual whiskey. I've never seen one quite like it before. That's the lighter cobalt bottle. There's a Hamlet D-Patent Coke and a 10-ounce with no city. A knee-high and a big cobalt blue bottle. Then we got a pop cola. The painted label's gone. Another D-Patent from Hamlet. Then what has to be the best is this half-pint slug-plated milk. It's from Rocky Mount. Interesting slug plate. Found two of these Bracer Art Deco sodas. There's the other one. And an embossed orange crush with the 1920 date, slightly taller than the standard one. No city on it though. And then we got a big boy. Fairly common, but altogether I'd say that's a pretty exciting creek dig. Well, I had to get back into that creek and look some more and found 5 or 6 more bottles. Even though the paint's gone, it's just a nice looking Art Deco style bottle. I've never seen a pop cola in a small size like that. And of course this one's barely worth keeping, but I might get $1.50 out of it. 10-ounce no deposit with the screw top. And a property of Knee-High Bottling Company. Probably only worth $1.50 also. Alright, I'm on a vacant lot and I have been told there's a store here. Was anyway. Hopefully it went back about 100 years and hopefully I will find some milk and soda bottles. I got a big privy poked out here. Definitely a 2-seater. So I'll get started and see what's in there. Well, I'm down there pretty close to the bottom already. Just like I thought, it's just another 40s privy. There's a big mason jar sticking out. It's full of all kinds of those square types of clear ones. The common lamb ones, which you find all over North Carolina. Then we got these tropical canneries, or canners, 2 different sizes. And that one, and that variant of it. Pretty much a waste of time, but I might get $10 for all this stuff. More masons. We got a cur right there, and then a ball. Couple right there. There's a 51 on this, so I'm thinking it's really an early 50s privy, and not one soda or milk in here. Well, it's going older all of a sudden. I'm getting 1942 dated bottles out now. Still got the label. Here's some cork top ones. Still 1942 though. Well, there you go, a log jammed hole. I can see about 6 bottles right there. Quantity, yes. Quality, no. Well, maybe I did find one good one. How about that? Center slug plated Hamlet NC. Fairview Dairy. That's a solid $50 bottle, I would say. I must have found one of every type of these. There's a Genuine, a Presto, and a Knox, which is a shorter, stubbier type. Well, there was probably 100 bottles in this hole. A lot of them are in this pile. A lot of them are still down there that I buried back up. But most of them are going to be left behind. I did finally find a couple sodas. A Bracer. Found 2 of those earlier today. And up higher, a 1950s Pepsi. Definitely never found this many mason jars in one privy before. There must be about 50 of them. Well, I found a Pop Cola, and it's from Laurinburg. Hopefully the pan will stay on it. Then I found an unusual jar. It's a Good Housekeeper. I don't think I've ever found one this big. I've found a couple smaller ones, but that's a pretty scarce one. It's getting dark. I guess I better fill it in. Well, I just dug a privy that was all 50s stuff, but at least it had 2 ACL sodas. This is a local Laurinburg one. This one was way up high. That's a mid-50s bottle. And then I found a glass bank that's like a block for a wall. Of course, it's broken. Watch your savings grow with Esso. Well, it still displays good from the one side if you put it on a shelf at eye level. Pretty interesting collectible there. Alright, I found another privy right next to the 50s privy, so it has to be the 40s hole. Couldn't possibly be a 60s.
Probably won't do nothing, just cover the hose back up and just tell you not to come back on it, you know, without.
Yeah,
but you can't listen to people, buddy. They'll run you on a doggone. They'll run you on a limb.
Well, it happened again.
What's going on, bud?
Just pursuing my hobby of collecting old bottles.
Old bottles?
Mm-hmm.
How would you know there's old bottles here?
Everybody told me there used to be 6 houses on this lot. And they used outhouses till 1953 in this neighborhood. And people used to throw their trash down the hole. And you could just see depressions in the ground that's sunk down 5 or 6 inches just up and down this line right here. And you could tell this is the back line for the...
over there too, in 2 places.
Mm-hmm.
And where are you from?
I am from Selma.
Selma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And who told you about this place here?
I had a map that shows pretty much every structure in the whole town from 1908.
Have you got that with you?
Yeah.
Okay. You mind if I look and see what you got?
Yeah.
Stuff?
Oh, you want to see my map? Okay, I guess I could show you.
Got any old bottles and stuff with you?
Yeah, I got some.
You got any ID on you? Driver's license or anything?
Yeah, right here.
Okay. What do you do with them? Collect them?
Yeah, I collect them and I sell them.
Collect
Try to sell them, I should say.
Now, where's this piece of property at that we own now?
Actually, it would be right about here. These houses must have been moved in or something, because it shows a factory covering up where 8th Street comes in right there.
Mm-hmm.
So these houses actually are not even on the map, but you can see all these black spots are houses everywhere except right there. But apparently sometime after this map was made, I'm assuming right around 1940, they put these houses in here, because all the trash I dug up here was from 1940 or newer.
Alright, let me just go run this, just make sure you ain't got no warrants or anything on you.
Okay.
And, we'll see what they want to do about it. They may just want you to just cover the holes back up, and because like she said, this is her property, so
Hmm.
I mean, we wouldn't have any way of knowing that, but
Yeah,
if they're satisfied with that, would that be okay with you? Just cover the holes up and go on about your business?
yeah, sounds alright, I guess.
Alright, hang tight.
Well, I couldn't say anything bad about that sheriff. He was pretty nice. I finally got into another lot that had a really old privy on it. Found 3 food product bottles from the early 1900s. A couple of triangular, I don't know what they were, pickles or some kind of diced up something. And this one is a sauce bottle, I imagine. This one's got a patent date of 1901 on it. Well, I've got permission to dig another privy on this vacant lot on the hillside. Probably will be a 30s or 40s hole.